Today we're on our way from Stockholm to Toulouse with KLM, and the main event today is flying the KLM Cityhopper Embraer E2 on the second leg out of Amsterdam. But let's start off in Stockholm on board the Arlanda Express. What a lovely train. Overpriced to be sure, but nice and fast, and it beats the pants off many other airport trains. Just look at the low lighting and soothing tones. Thank you, Scandinavia. Especially welcome as it's 5 in the morning and I'm way too tired and it's going to be dark out for ages still. And here we are at one of the train stations buried pretty deep beneath Arlanda Airport, a very convenient setup. Terminal 2 is utterly quiet today, partly because I'm here just an hour before departure. Most of the crowds for the early Air France and KLM departures seem to show up well in advance. Sometimes it's good to be a little late. And this is the 737-800 that'll take me to Amsterdam. I'm in economy on a fairly full flight, so it's very lucky that I got the whole row to myself today. Did you know KLM took delivery of the last 737-800 ever made? And this is one of those very late deliveries, so it's all fresh and new inside. Some of their 737s feel downright ancient inside.
Flight time 1 hour and 40 minutes. 34 descent on the W with an update, the arrival time in the most recent for Amsterdam Schiphol Airport. Now, mission presentation.
And using the magic of video editing, let's skip straight to the pretty morning arrival in Amsterdam. Yes, I zoned out for the entire flight and didn't film a thing. If you want a KLM 737 review in the future, let me know. I end up on these things pretty frequently. Here's a quick look at the nice little one-person nooks they have at the Priority Pass Lounge at Schiphol. Even though the lounge isn't anything so special, this is a great place to spend a couple of hours on a connection. Welcome to Amsterdam Schiphol Airport, which on this day in December is not showing any signs of the kind of meltdowns we saw it having this summer and beyond. So that's nice. It's quite calm and not even that crowded. Passport control looks very light and easy. And I'm on my way to catch the flight to Toulouse, which I've taken a few times before on the way to see something going on at Airbus. This will be the first time that I've caught the Embraer E2 on this flight. They sometimes run it. on this route, and I've never caught it before. It'll be only my second ever Embraer E2. The other one was with Winter going to Tenerife. So, I'm gonna go try and find the gate. Hopefully not too late for boarding. And let's check out that E2 with those crazy, huge engines compared to the fuselage. Going down the jet bridge, but there's no aircraft. I guess it must be a sneaky bus. There's actually a jet bridge to the plane here, but the plane is not here, so I guess we're getting taken somewhere else. So this is where they keep all the E2s. Technically called the E195 E2, this is the successor to Embraer's original E195 jet, and the updates just make it look fantastic. In particular, the enormous geared turbofan engines, which compared to the relatively small fuselage can look out of proportion but also always fabulous. This one also happens to be very new, and it feels it. KLM now has 15 of these aircraft and a further 6 on order. The oldest one is just 2 years old. And this is economy comfort, which is the same in every way as economy, except you get additional legroom, and it's one of the reasons I love flying KLM in Europe. It's a great value because it gives you a little more breathing room, just enough to make a big difference in my opinion, and it rarely costs more than $10 or $15.
Please adjust the back of your seat to the upright position and fold away your tray table. Make sure electronic devices are disconnected from the in-seat power supply. For safety reasons, we ask you to stow your hand luggage in the luggage bins or under the seat in front of you.
And if you're a geek about jet engines, you'll know that half the fun of riding the E2 is getting to listen to that whale sound that these GTF engines make. That one right there. For all the sounds they make when spooling up though, they're remarkably quiet on takeoff. You almost can't hear them at all. What a lovely view. KLM also hands out a free bit of food and drink on all their European flights, which puts them ahead of most of the competition these days. I really appreciate when airlines don't nickel and dime you, especially supposedly full-service flag carriers. Should I do a video that's just about shaming all the national airlines that are pretending to be low-cost carriers now and just making people feel ripped off all the time? I think that would be fun. Anyway, KLM offers a nice little vegetarian sandwich and a drink. You could even get a beer if you wanted for free. I order a coffee in this nice cup, and it's actually pretty good. Thanks, KLM. By the way, I often see airline staff posting on social media with dire warnings saying, never drink the coffee, it's made with disgusting water. That may be true, but I don't know. I almost always drink the coffee and I've never had an issue. What do you think? Am I filled with exotic toxins now, or is it actually not that big a deal? Also, these seatbacks have a useful little device holder so you can more easily watch things on your phone, and it also makes it easier to film yourself and do one of these scenes where you pretend you're sleeping. Things like that. A quick loo review. I don't like to linger in here, but I did want to point out that these are quite nice. And because this is a short flight with minimal service, the rest of this video is going to be largely an engine and wing appreciation video. Just letting you know. Alright, time to descend into Toulouse.
Passengers, a very warm welcome for completing your personal ceremonies to live. As we have noticed, we start our descent towards Toulouse International Airport. As you speak, we are 1 hour and 15 minutes in the air, and we need another 10 minutes to landing. On a short taxi time, this means we will be 5 minutes ahead of schedule.
What a great flight that was with KLM on the E2. As always, KLM consistent, friendly. Flight attendants always have a smile. It's a basic service, but it's more than you would get on most European airlines anyway. Sandwich and a coffee or a water or both. It's just such a nice way to get around Europe. And I promise they don't pay me to say that. I always opt for KLM if it makes sense, if I can. They're one of my favorites, for sure. And it's because of that they treat people well. It's a dignified experience in economy, and economy comfort is a great deal as well. Maybe a $20 upgrade, $15 upgrade to the extra legroom. Just fantastic. Well done, KLM, once again. And here we are in Toulouse. I'm Gabe Lee, and this is Air Edition.